Have you ever been on vacation and exchanged your money for a stack of strange-looking bills you can barely recognize? Maybe you have seen news reports about currency fluctuations, or even played video games where characters use US dollars, even though they are clearly not in the United States. Today, we're going to unravel the mystery and understand why the US dollar seems to hold so much power on the global stage. We will explore how it became the world's reserve currency, what factors contribute to its dominance, and even discuss some potential challengers that might someday dethrone the king, or more accurately, the green bill of the international financial system. By the end of this video, you will be able to explain to your friends why that seemingly ordinary dollar in your pocket is actually a player in a much bigger game. Part 1. The Rise of the Dollar. The story starts after World War I, a period of immense destruction and economic disruption. While Europe's economies were left in ruins, the United States emerged relatively unaffected. This, combined with the fact that the US held a significant portion of the world's gold reserves, positioned the dollar as a stable and secure currency. Imagine a life preserver in a stormy sea. The dollar was seen as a safe haven for countries looking to stabilize their economies. Then, in 1944, came the Bretton Woods Agreement, a historic moment that solidified the dollar's global standing. This agreement established a fixed exchange rate system where other currencies were tied to the US dollar, which in turn was backed by gold. This essentially meant that the countries could trade with each other using dollars, with confidence that their value was tied to a reliable asset, gold. Think of it like a standardized measuring system for international trade. Part 2. Why the dollar still reigns supreme. The pillars of power. Even though the gold standard was dropped in the 1970s, meaning that the dollar was no longer directly tied to the price of gold, the dollar's dominance has persisted. Here's why. Large and stable economy. The US boasts the world's largest economy by nominal gross domestic product, GDP. Fancy term that basically measures the total value of goods and services produced in a country. This economic strength inspires confidence in investors worldwide, who see US Treasury bonds, essentially IOUs from the US government, as a safe investment. It's like putting your money in a bank you know is reliable. Deep and liquid market. The US financial market is the world's largest and most liquid. Liquidity refers to how easily an asset, like a currency, can be bought and sold. Imagine a bustling marketplace where dollars are constantly being traded. This liquidity makes it easy and efficient for international transactions to take place in dollars. Military power. The US is the world's leading military power. While not the sole factor, this strength provides a sense of security and stability to the dollar, encouraging its use in international transactions. Think of it as a global security guard, ensuring smooth financial exchange. The network effect. The dominance of the dollar breeds further dominance. Since most international trade is already conducted in dollars, it becomes even more convenient for new players to join the system using the same currency. It's like a social network. The more people who use Facebook, the more valuable it becomes for everyone else to join. As more and more countries use dollars for international transactions, it becomes the standard currency for global trade. Part 3. The business of oil. There's one more key factor to consider: oil. Oil is a crucial item that powers our world. And for many years, the price of oil has been primarily traded in US dollars. This creates a situation known as petrodollar recycling. Here's how it works. Oil-producing countries like Saudi Arabia sell their oil in dollars. These countries then need to invest or store their dollar earnings somewhere. Often they choose to invest in US Treasury bonds, which further strengthens the demand for dollars. The system has benefited the US by keeping a steady flow of dollars circulating in the global market. However, it also creates some dependence on the stability of oil prices and the geopolitical landscape of the oil-producing regions. If the price of oil crashes, it could have a negative impact on the value of the dollar. Additionally, if there is political instability in a major oil-producing region, it could disrupt the flow of the petrodollars. Part 4. Potential challengers. The future of the global reserve currency isn't set in stone. Here are some potential challengers that could dethrone the dollar in the years to come. The euro. The euro, the currency of the European Union, is a strong contender. The EU has a large and robust economy, and the euro is gaining traction in the international trade, especially within Europe. The Chinese Yuan. China's economic growth has been phenomenal, and the yuan, also known as the renminbi, is increasingly being used in international transactions. However, China's financial markets are not yet as open and transparent as those of the US, hindering the yuan's global reach. A basket currency. Some economists proposed a basket currency, which could be a combination of several major currencies like the US dollar, the euro, and the yuan. This could potentially provide a more stable and balanced global reserve system. Part 5. The rise of digital currencies. Another factor to consider in the future of the global reserve currencies is the rise of digital currencies, like Bitcoin and central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. While these are still in their early stages of development, they could potentially disrupt the traditional financial system and challenge the dominance of the US dollar. Cryptocurrencies. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies operate outside of the control of any central bank. They offer features like anonymity and fast transactions, but their value can be highly volatile. Imagine a new, independent player entering the game, but one that's still a bit unpredictable. Central bank digital currencies, CBDCs. CBDCs are digital versions of the traditional fiat currencies issued by central banks. They could potentially offer some of the benefits of cryptocurrencies, like faster transactions, while still being backed by the stability of central bank. Imagine a familiar player, the central bank, entering the digital game with a new tool that could potentially change the way international transactions are conducted. Thanks for joining me on this exploration of the fascinating world of the global reserve currencies. Let us know in the comments what other financial topics you would like to see covered on the channel. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more informative content delivered in a clear and engaging way.